but he's going to know what it's like to fight a Ward.
Listening to Decca on the video, we'll say you seem like a nice bloke who liked a good scrap. You know what I mean? But yeah.
He does.
Do you feel with a good camp though? Do you think you could feel you'd beat him?
I do believe the good version of me. I mean, if you watch that fight, if you take that fight back and slow it, you're a boxing man yourself and you pundit a lot of fights. You got to remember on that fight there was no camp for that fight. And I was out drinking and there was nothing. That was just me turning up on natural, just myself turning up. You could see I was well out of shape and stuff like that. And you can't. Decca now is trying to claim glory on that fight with myself, but you can't claim glory on a man that was unfit. Now he's come out on a comment and he said on his comment, he's basically turned around and said, a half decent street fighter will beat an unfit boxer. Well, I mean that goes to outside a half fit anyone will always beat an unfit anybody. And he's trying to claim glory from that. So if he wants to claim glory from it, that's fine. It's not a problem. But he must know something about me for him not want to take the rematch. That's all I can say.
Okay. So you feel that he might be avoiding the rematch then? I
don't really know. I mean, the mistake he made, he came out after that fight and he said he actually admitted that I'd hurt him in that fight.
Okay.
Now, I went down 3 times. The first time I actually went down, I tore my calf muscle. I no excuse though, but I genuinely tore my calf muscle, so I was limited.
Right.
He caught me with a flushing right hand to the temple. He dropped me, but I wasn't out and in trouble. When I was getting told take you 20 seconds, but I was genuinely not in trouble. My body conditioning weren't there, the fitness wasn't there. Like you're saying,
you'll need to recover like that.
You do, and you got to remember this fight. It's not like it's a bare knuckle fight on a yard where I've got time to move around. I'm in a 12-foot space, so I need to be on my A game. If I had gone out and I'd done everything right by the book, I'd done my sparring, I'd done my running, I'd done my sprints. If I'd done everything by the book, and my conditioning was there, I'd done everything by the book, and I got beat, then I'm the first man to hold my hands up and say I got beat off the better man. But I can't accept getting beat off the better man when I was only a 30% version of myself.
That's interesting. You feel that maybe because of that. Obviously, you can't say for sure because you can't be in someone else's head. But do you feel that maybe he saw something that, if you'd have been fitter, faster,
he's come out and openly said that himself.
Right. Okay. Well, what did he say?
He's come out open and he said, look, he's done a few videos. He said the first one was he went, he said, no matter how hard he hits me, he said, I'll get up and keep coming. He said, but that's the man I am, and I will, I stand by that. Like I said, if you want to get me out of there, you want to get me out of there, you're going to have to kill me in there. It's as simple as that. I got up 3 times and 3 times I got up, I went straight back in the fight because that's what a fighting man's there to do.
Yeah.
That's my attitude, and then, then he said, look, and the second time around, he said, Dean's boxing ability is like second to none. He said, if he was fit, it'd be a different fight. He caught me with a good few clouts in there. But this isn't being honest, and he's not saying this. He was just saying this to, and when I heard that, and I thought, you know what? You didn't get the best version of me. And now he's talking about, then he put some on his social media about speed. Speed will be, a fit man will beat a man with a bit of speed and so forth. But I'm not being funny. There was no speed off me in that fight. There was nothing. There was no qualities. There was no qualities for me in that fight. It was just me just having a rough old tear up. You know what I mean? And if you want to fight, the next fight, and I'm not just, and it's not a disrespectful way, but he's gonna know what it's like to fight a Ward. Believe me, he's gonna know the fit version of me. And like I said, I go there. If the fight happens, I'll put it on the line. If I get beat, fair play. You beat me. You beat the best version of myself. Then I can move on.